Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the secret to achieving everything you want isn't just about setting bigger goals or pushing yourself harder? What if the real key to success lies in something far deeper? It's not just about checking boxes on a to-do list or hitting metrics that others care about. It's about the person you become in the process. And here's the reality for anyone living in the fast-paced, competitive world of the United States. The market rewards preparation, not just ambition. Before you get lost in the rush of chasing your next milestone, whether it's a promotion, a new house, or financial freedom, consider this. What if the true path to lasting success starts with making time for personal growth, not just goals? When you focus on growth, the right goals follow naturally, effortlessly, like magnets aligning. And the success you achieve isn't just temporary or flashy, it's sustainable, fulfilling, and meaningful. You see, you don't achieve lasting success by simply working harder at your job. You achieve it by working harder on yourself. If all you focus on are goals, burnout is inevitable. But if you commit to genuine, deep personal growth, something extraordinary happens. The goals begin to chase you. Opportunities find you. Doors open before you even knock. Promotions, partnerships, and achievements come as a natural byproduct of the person you've become. Let me start with a reality check most people in the U.S. business and entrepreneurial world overlook. People are obsessed with outcomes. They chase money, recognition, awards, likes, followers, or the next big deal. And that's not wrong, it's just incomplete. Because here's the truth I discovered after years of observing high achievers across industries in America. You can reach your goal and still feel empty. You can climb to the top and still feel low. You can succeed outwardly and yet feel inwardly hollow. Why? Because society teaches us to chase results, but no one teaches us how to grow into the person who can sustain them. That's what I call the trap of outcome obsession. It looks like success from the outside, but it leaves you feeling hollow inside. Think about it. The person with a 7-figure income who hasn't learned discipline or patience can blow it all in months. The professional athlete who hasn't mastered emotional resilience can crash after the first failure. The corporate executive who hasn't grown in integrity can lose everything overnight. Here's a key principle. The journey to achievement is the treasure. It's not the trophy, the promotion, the paycheck, or the applause. It's who you become while earning it. Because if you skip personal growth and somehow get the reward, you may keep it temporarily, but it won't hold meaning. It won't define you. The true value lies in the transformation, the mindset shift, the resilience, and the character you build along the way. Let's consider a pattern I see all the time. People say, once I hit that goal, I'll finally be happy. So they grind, hustle, and push for years. And when they finally achieve it, what happens? Satisfaction is fleeting. Then comes the new desire. The new car isn't enough. The new income isn't enough. The new recognition isn't enough. The applause isn't enough. It never stops when you fixate on outcomes. Enough is never enough. Here's the mindset shift. Don't just chase the goal. Focus on becoming the kind of person who naturally achieves that goal. Want to be financially independent? Don't focus solely on the money. Focus on the discipline, patience, negotiation skills, emotional intelligence, and strategic thinking that earns it. Want leadership? Don't focus on the title. Focus on the integrity, vision, and consistency that makes people naturally follow you. When you grow into that person, the goals become inevitable. Far too many Americans measure success by external achievement alone. But a better question is, who are you becoming in the process every day? Did you grow? Did you improve? Did you uphold your values? Achievements may come and go, but growth shapes who you are permanently. And that's the part no one can take away. That's the real wealth. So, how do you break free from the trap of chasing outcomes? Start with this simple approach. Measure your day not just by what you did, but by who you became. Don't just check off tasks. Check in with your character. Don't just set goals. Set standards for the kind of person you're becoming. When you become disciplined, goals follow. When you become focused, opportunities appear. When you become resilient, success endures. Pause and ask yourself, every time you set a goal, what kind of person achieves this? How would they think, act, speak, respond? What habits do they prioritize? Then start working on becoming that version of yourself. Build the person first. The goals will naturally align behind you. This is the secret the majority of people never learn. People chase prizes but skip preparation. They sprint to the finish line but neglect the foundation. Don't make that mistake. Let's talk about the American lifestyle for a moment. The culture pushes hustle, overtime, and constant productivity. But here's a truth that many overlook by social media and motivational quotes. Success is attracted, not chased. The person who becomes worthy of it naturally draws opportunities, influence, and wealth. The rest chase endlessly and remain frustrated. Your calendar should reflect your commitment to growth over busyness. Not just doing, but becoming. If you're managing time, energy, and focus with intention, your growth compounds. Protect mornings for reflection, planning, and learning. Protect evenings for rest, consolidation, and insight. Guard your energy like a CEO guards assets. Because if you waste your energy, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, nothing else matters. Discipline, not motivation, creates results. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is your anchor. Your habits, small and repeated, shape the person you become. In the US, we celebrate overnight success. But the reality is, the real transformation happens in quiet, invisible, consistent daily actions, the decisions no one applauds. Discipline builds character. Character builds trust. Trust builds opportunities. Consider the power of momentum. Growth is like compounding interest. It accumulates quietly, invisibly, and then suddenly becomes undeniable. One small, consistent step towards self-improvement compounds over months and years, creating a trajectory that's unstoppable. Set aside time for reading, reflection, journaling, physical activity, and mentorship. That's how momentum in life is built, not by chasing trends or shortcuts. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. In America, your network often defines your net worth, not just financially, but personally and professionally. Spend time with those who challenge you, hold you accountable, and expand your thinking. Minimize energy drains. Growth is contagious. Stagnation is contagious. Protect your potential. You are the average of your inner circle. Choose wisely. Sacrifice is the price of transformation. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The person who achieves extraordinary results isn't comfortable every day. They're committed. They give up temporary pleasures to gain permanent advantages. Sleep, focus, energy, time, habits, invest them wisely. Growth requires letting go of the old to embrace the new. And every sacrifice compounds into a stronger, more capable version of you. Growth must be non-negotiable. It's not an optional phase. It's a lifestyle. When you make growth your identity, it becomes automatic, expected, and unstoppable. You no longer chase goals, you attract them. You no longer hope for opportunities, they come to you. You no longer fear change, you embrace it. Growth is permanent. Goals are temporary. Focus on the permanent. When setbacks occur, and they will, the person you've become is your safety net. The market changes, careers shift, economies fluctuate, the goalposts move. But if you've grown, if you've built skills, character, and resilience, you'll bend, adapt, and thrive. Growth is the only constant in an unpredictable world. It's your real competitive advantage. Here's the final principle. Success isn't external, it's internal. Success is the reflection of your habits, values, mindset, and discipline. If you want more, become more. If you want wealth, focus on becoming valuable. If you want influence, focus on becoming trustworthy. If you want respect, focus on becoming honorable. The outer world mirrors your inner world. Every day commit to growth. Make time for reflection. Make time for learning. Make time for exercise, for journaling, for reading, for thinking deeply. Guard your time like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Protect your energy like it's your currency, because it is. These daily choices shape your future. Growth compounds. Growth lasts. Growth wins. Stop chasing. Start becoming. Build yourself. Build habits. Build character. Build resilience. Let the goals follow. Let success come naturally. Let your life reflect the extraordinary person you've become. Make growth your foundation. Make excellence your default. Make discipline your lifestyle. Because when you do, you don't just succeed, you transform your life forever. This is your message. Grow first, and the goals will follow. Success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming worthy of it. Growth isn't temporary. It's permanent. It's lifelong. It's unstoppable. And when you embrace this truth, nothing in the US or the world can limit your potential. Let's talk about mindset, because your mind is the battlefield where success is won or lost. In America, people often chase trends, wealth, and recognition, but those who thrive first master their mindset. A strong mindset doesn't waver in adversity. It doesn't crumble when the market shifts or the plan changes. A strong mindset says, I will adapt. I will learn. I will rise. When you focus on becoming resilient, opportunities that once seemed impossible suddenly appear. Take an entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. They might fail 10 startups, but the lessons compound. The failures aren't setbacks, they're accelerators of growth. Each mistake builds insight, discipline, and experience that no course or mentor could teach as effectively. Let's talk about vision. Vision is more than a goal. It's the North Star guiding every decision. The Americans who transform industries don't simply chase a paycheck. They chase clarity. They know where they're going, why they're going, and who they must become to reach that destination. Without vision, daily effort is wasted energy. With vision, every action compounds toward extraordinary outcomes. Consistency is another principle we often overlook. In a culture obsessed with instant gratification, Americans crave fast results. But real success comes from showing up every day. It's the repetitive, disciplined effort over months and years that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. If you want to win, consistency isn't negotiable, it's inevitable. Let's consider habits. Your habits define your destiny. Small, daily habits compound into life-changing results. Drinking water, reading 10 pages, journaling, exercising, and learning a new skill may seem minor, but over time, they transform your health, knowledge, and mindset. Habits aren't just actions, they're reflections of the person you're becoming. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is embracing discomfort. Growth never happens in comfort zones. Every leader, every innovator, every influencer in the United States has faced fear, criticism, and failure. They chose to act anyway. If you want transformation, you must welcome discomfort as a signal of progress, not a warning to retreat. Your environment shapes your results. Americans often underestimate how powerful this is. Who you spend time with, the media you consume, the communities you belong to. They shape your thinking, your values, and your growth trajectory. Choose environments that stretch you, challenge you, and inspire excellence. Let your surroundings elevate you, not limit you. Networking isn't just collecting contacts, it's building relationships with growth-minded people. The people you surround yourself with either drag you down or lift you higher. Seek mentors, peers, and even mentees who push you to be your best. Growth accelerates when you learn from others who've already walked the path you want to walk. Let's discuss clarity. Nothing derails success faster than confusion. The average person drifts through life reacting to notifications, emails, and urgent demands. High achievers create clarity by prioritizing what truly matters. They ask, what is the highest leverage action I can take today? Clarity transforms chaos into focused progress. Growth is measured by discomfort endured, challenges overcome, and lessons applied. Every American who has scaled success faced moments of doubt. They confronted criticism, scarcity, and obstacles, but they measured growth not by how easy it was, but by how much they learned and became stronger in the process. Let's talk about courage. Courage isn't absence of fear, it's action despite fear. Whether it's pitching your idea to investors in New York, giving a presentation in Silicon Valley, or moving across the country to start fresh, courage is required. The person who grows into courage becomes unstoppable. Accountability transforms potential into results. It's easy to promise yourself you'll grow. It's harder to follow through. Hold yourself accountable. Track your progress. Review your habits. Reflect on your mindset. The Americans who achieve extraordinary results are often the most accountable to themselves and their commitments. Let's talk about energy management. Success isn't only about working harder, it's about working smarter. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, and focus matter more than hours logged. High achievers know that energy fuels effectiveness. Without energy, growth stalls, creativity diminishes, and opportunities slip away. Adaptability is a superpower. In America's fast-changing economy, industries evolve, trends shift, and markets fluctuate. The person who thrives isn't the one who clings to the old ways. They're the one who learns, adjusts, and reinvents themselves while maintaining core values and discipline. Let's talk about persistence. You will encounter setbacks, failures, and rejection. Every entrepreneur, every athlete, every CEO has faced this reality. The difference isn't luck, it's persistence. They keep moving forward when most people quit. Growth compounds with persistence. Quitting compounds regret. Reflection is as important as action. Every day, take time to review. Ask yourself, what did I learn? Where did I grow? What could I improve? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without it, you repeat mistakes. With it, you accelerate transformation. Gratitude fuels growth. In a society focused on achievement, it's easy to overlook what you already have. Gratitude shifts perspective, strengthens relationships, and improves resilience. Every American success story includes a person who appreciates progress while striving for more. Let's discuss mentorship. A mentor accelerates growth. They've walked the path, faced obstacles, and survived. Learning from their experiences saves you time, energy, and mistakes. Invest in mentors, seek guidance, learn faster than you fail. Let's address failure. Failure isn't the enemy, it's a guide. Every failure shows you what works, what doesn't, and what you need to become. Americans who succeed embrace failure, analyze it, and pivot with insight. Fear of failure is the greatest barrier to growth. Curiosity is a growth engine. Ask questions, explore new ideas, and challenge assumptions. The most innovative Americans are lifelong learners, always curious, always experimenting. Curiosity transforms stagnation into opportunity. Self-discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. It allows you to act in alignment with your goals even when emotions or circumstances tempt you to stray. Americans who master self-discipline control their time, their decisions, and ultimately their destiny. Focus amplifies results. In a noisy world, focus is a competitive advantage. Social media, emails, and constant notifications fragment attention. High achievers protect focus fiercely. They work deeply on the highest priority tasks. The results: exponential growth, clarity, and momentum. Let's talk about integrity. Without integrity, success is fragile. Relationships crumble, trust disappears, and opportunities vanish. True growth builds character that stands firm under pressure, criticism, and temptation. Integrity is non-negotiable for long-term success. Reflection leads to clarity, and clarity leads to confidence. When you know your values, your priorities, and the person you're becoming, every decision becomes easier. You waste less time, act more decisively, and grow faster. Let's talk about vision alignment. Everything you do should align with the person you're becoming. Misaligned actions waste energy. Aligned actions compound results. High achievers constantly check, does this action serve my growth, my purpose, my vision? Success requires patience. Americans often want instant gratification, but growth is gradual. Every small step compounds over time. The person who persists patiently eventually achieves results that outpace those seeking shortcuts. Emotional intelligence is critical. Growth isn't just about skills and knowledge, it's about relationships. Leaders, collaborators, partners, and clients respond to emotional awareness, empathy, and communication. High growth demands mastery of the inner self and social intelligence. Let's discuss influence. The person who grows the most attracts influence naturally. Influence, ISNT manipulation. It's the natural outcome of expertise, integrity, and contribution. Growth amplifies your ability to impact others positively. Contribution fuels purpose. True growth isn't selfish, it seeks to uplift others. Americans who impact their industries, communities, and families prioritize giving back. The more value you provide, the more doors open and the more growth compounds. Finally, celebrate small wins. Every step forward matters. Growth is a journey, not a single event. By acknowledging progress, you reinforce habits, boost morale, and sustain momentum. Every day, remind yourself, I am becoming, I am growing, I am unstoppable. Let's talk about vision clarity again. Every American success story begins with a clear picture of the future. Elon Musk didn't just want to make cars. He envisioned sustainable energy transforming the world. Jeff Bezos didn't just want a bookstore. He envisioned an online marketplace dominating the globe. Clarity and vision fuels unstoppable momentum. Action without reflection is wasted energy. Every day, review what you did, what worked, and what didn't. Adjust your approach. Reflection turns experience into wisdom and ensures you're growing instead of just spinning your wheels. Embrace the power of small wins. In America, the culture often celebrates massive breakthroughs, but the truth is, steady progress compounds into extraordinary results. Each small habit you maintain, reading, exercising, planning, builds the foundation for the future you're aiming for. Let's talk about the power of environment. Your surroundings dictate your trajectory. Are you in an environment that challenges you, inspires you, and holds you accountable? Or are you in a comfort zone that limits growth? Choose your environment wisely. Networking isn't just for business, it's for growth. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to achieve more. In America, your network often determines the opportunities available to you more than your skill set alone. Curiosity fuels innovation. Growth-minded Americans constantly ask, why? How? What if? Curiosity leads to new ideas, better solutions, and new pathways to success. Never stop asking questions, learning, and exploring. Fear is a natural part of growth. Every breakthrough requires stepping into the unknown. The person who grows is not fearless. They act despite fear. Fear signals opportunity. Embrace it, and you'll find that what once intimidated you becomes a stepping stone. Discipline is freedom. When you commit to daily habits, routines, and consistent effort, you're not restricting yourself. You are creating freedom to achieve your highest potential. Discipline compounds into confidence, competence, and credibility. Let's talk about resilience. Life will test you: financial setbacks, career challenges, personal disappointments. Resilience isn't about avoiding these tests. It's about bouncing back stronger each time. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Time management is growth management. In America, time is the ultimate currency. Protect it fiercely. Every minute spent scrolling social media or reacting to distractions is a minute you could spend growing, learning, or taking action toward your vision. Energy management is equally important. Your mind and body are your greatest assets. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, and mental rest aren't luxuries, they are investments. The person who manages energy well performs better, thinks clearer, and grows faster. Adaptability is essential in a rapidly changing world. Industries evolve, markets shift, and technology disrupts. Growth requires flexibility, adjusting your strategy while staying true to your values. The person who adapts thrives. Persistence compounds. America celebrates overnight success, but the truth is, almost every success story is years in the making. Keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. Persistence eventually leads to breakthroughs. Emotional intelligence fuels relationships and leadership. Your growth isn't just about skill, it's about how you connect, influence, and lead others. Emotional intelligence creates trust, loyalty, and impact, which amplifies your growth and success. Let's talk about integrity. Without integrity, growth is hollow. Trust is fragile. Character determines whether opportunities are sustained or lost. Integrity builds a reputation that opens doors, amplifies influence, and attracts the right opportunities. Growth requires sacrifice. Every decision has a cost. Sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term gains. Every high achiever you admire made choices that required giving up something less meaningful to pursue something greater. Mindset is your foundation. A growth mindset means seeing challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and effort as the path to mastery. The mindset you cultivate determines the trajectory of your growth and success. Influence grows naturally from consistent value. When you offer insight, encouragement, and solutions, people notice. Your influence isn't about position, it's about impact. Growth makes you influential by default. Let's discuss accountability. Success is built on following through. Keep your promises to yourself. Track progress. Reflect daily. Accountability transforms potential into results. Without it, growth remains theoretical. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Every step forward matters. Growth is a journey, and every habit, decision, or effort contributes to your transformation. Celebrate milestones, no matter how small, they compound into remarkable results over time. Vision alignment ensures that every action supports your growth. Misaligned actions waste time, energy, and momentum. Every choice should answer the question, does this serve the person I am becoming? Courage is cultivated, not given. Every decision to act despite fear strengthens your capacity for future challenges. Courage creates a compounding effect. Each courageous act builds confidence, resilience, and momentum. Learn from the masters. Read books, attend seminars, watch videos, and study leaders who inspire you. Growth accelerates when you absorb knowledge and model the habits of those who have already achieved what you desire. Reflection converts action into wisdom. Journaling, reviewing your day, analyzing your decisions. These practices allow you to learn faster, correct mistakes, and double down on strategies that work. Contribution amplifies growth. When you focus on helping others, solving problems, and creating value, you attract opportunities, mentorship, and influence. The more you contribute, the more doors open. Let's discuss patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Americans often chase quick results, but lasting transformation takes consistent effort over months and years. Patience ensures sustainability and depth in every achievement. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of growth. Know your strengths, weaknesses, triggers, and tendencies. Self-awareness allows you to leverage your potential, minimize mistakes, and accelerate your path to success. Curate your media and environment. In a world of distractions, the people you follow, the news you consume, and the spaces you inhabit shape your thinking. Choose content and companions that inspire growth, challenge ideas, and reinforce your values. Focus is a competitive advantage. Deep, uninterrupted work produces exponential results. Protect your focus like gold. Multitasking and distraction are the enemies of growth. The person who focuses becomes unstoppable. Finally, commit to lifelong growth. This is not a phase, it's a lifestyle. Every year, month, week, and day is an opportunity to evolve. The person you become today lays the foundation for tomorrow. Growth is your legacy, your identity, and your ultimate competitive advantage.